Before we jump into this video, I just want to remind you guys that all of the links to every tool I use is down in the description, as well as the shaver itself. So if you're interested in any of those, go ahead and go down, check them out. Now, I do have to let you know they are affiliate links, so if you purchase anything from those links, I get a small kickback. It doesn't cost you anything, so I just appreciate all the support and everything you guys do, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started. What's going on, YouTube family? It's Jacob with Total Barber, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the Babyliss or Babyliss, however you say it, the new shavers. I have both of them. I have the dual and the single. So in this particular video, I just want to do the unboxing, give you guys a close-up, how they sound, you know, just so you guys can kind of get a feel. Now, I will say, when I took these out of the box, they do feel very premium. They have a great weight to them. They don't feel cheap at all, so keep that in mind. But we all know that they could feel great. It all depends on how they cut. So my next video, I will be comparing them to the Andis shavers and the Wall 5-star shavers. Now, the biggest thing I feel like people kind of forget about is they've had the Andis and the Wall shavers for a while, and then they get the Babyliss shavers and they feel like they cut better. Now, without taking in consideration, the Babyliss trimmers have brand new blades, so I will be putting brand new blades on all of the shavers just to make it fair and equal competition. So that being said, let's jump into the unboxing and let's check it out. Alright, so here we have the box. This is the dual shaver. I think their boxing is okay. It's like any other clippers. It basically tells you about the clipper, everything it can do, the battery life, what's included, and what you can use it for, what it's meant to be used for. The back here just shows you each of its features and everything like that. It actually doesn't come with much. As we open this box up, the very first thing you're going to see is the shaver. Now, I really like the look of this shaver. We're going to set that to the side for a second, and let's see what else we have in this box. This is the charging cord, and then it comes with this little pouch, which is nice because if you are OCD and you got to keep these things clean from the fingerprints, that helps. Now let's take a look at the pouch. It's kind of just your average pouch. Inside here we have brush that you can use to clean the blades off. The charger, it's built well. It's not bad. I wish they would have come out with like a standing charger like the Wall 5-stars have. Now let's get to the meat of this whole thing. It looks nice right out of the bag, no fingerprints. And look, I mean, you can see even when I touch it, like it just leaves fingerprints. Look at all those. But it's built great, feels great in my hand. It's heavy. That's the button to pop off the foils. That's the on-off button, and then yeah, the cap, which is a nice touch, so you don't break your foils easy. The on-off button feels pretty good. It's not charged yet, and then yeah, you just press in and there's your blades. Now these blades are different to change. I haven't really looked at them too much. I'm gonna have to check it out. I think you have to unscrew them, and they're not like the Andis or the wall blades where they just pop off. The cord is pretty long. I mean, it's definitely enough room to plug in and then have these sitting at the station charging, which is nice. Now when you plug it in, there's a blue light down there, it's blinking. When it's fully charged, I believe the light goes solid. But yeah, that's basically the dual shavers. Now here we have the single shavers. It's the same basic box, tells you the same basic stuff. Obviously it's going to have different features on it because it's a different shaver. Alright, let's go ahead and open this one up. Do the same thing. It's packaged the same way. So this shaver, you can see, is much smaller, but it's packaged in the same size box. This one's taped in. Packaged the same exact way. Get to that in a second. And then this one, it doesn't come with a charging cord, and I will show you why in a second. There's nothing else in here. So it comes with the same pouch. Now in this pouch, there's a couple different things. You have your brush as well as 2 AA batteries. Now this shaver runs off batteries, 2 AA, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. So, but there it is. It's built just as nice as the other one. It's just smaller, but it's pretty heavy. It's solid, feels good. And there's the single foil. And there's a button on the side to pop that off. Here we go. And there is your blade. So real easy to pop the foil off and put back on. Now this switch is where you take it off, and that's where your batteries are gonna go. So that's basically it. Yeah, you don't get much in these packages. The shaver is basically the star of it. So enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Alright, so those are the shavers unboxed. I think they look awesome. I like the caps. I just really like how simple the shavers are. So let's go ahead and take a look at these babies up close. Let's do some sound checks. This is the dual ones. Now, one of the biggest things that are gonna bug the mess out of me is every time you touch these things, there's gonna be smudges and it's just gonna be nasty. So I'm gonna always want to clean them. But other than that, man, I gotta say these things are super premium. They feel good. I've used them for about a day now. I'm not gonna give you my thoughts yet because I don't feel like that's sufficient enough. I just want to show you them, kind of give you a sound check of each of them. Now, Another big perk to these is the cartridge. They're two different blades, just like the Andis ones were, and that to me was the selling point between the Andis and the wall shavers. Is they're two separate foils, which I found myself breaking the foils a lot on the wall ones because they're just a single one. If I just wanted to use one side, it was just a mess. So these, I like how they took that kind of from the Andis. To be honest with you, I feel like Babyliss or Babyliss took all of the pros from the Andis shaver and the wall shaver and put them into one shaver. My first impressions are they are powerful. They cut right through hair. But again, I'll be honest with you, I haven't changed the blade on my other shavers in probably 2 months, so it's time for me to do that. And as well, they're probably dull. You know, I'm probably not getting the best cut I could get out of them. So with that being said, let's do a sound check and we will see how they sound. So I think they sound pretty powerful. Another plus for me is that this is like a metal, the casing. So they're heavy. The other shavers, when you turn them on, they have a pretty bad vibration. And I think that's because it's just lightweight and they're powerful, and that's just what's going to happen. But because of these have more weight to them, the vibration isn't as bad. And that's a plus, I think. I think that helps. Man, they just feel awesome in your hand. Let's take a look at the single shavers. These are tiny. They're really small. I was not expecting that. But again, they're heavy. They feel premium. They look just like the dual. They're just, they look like a big lighter to me, a big Zippo. But anyways, the biggest difference between this one and the dual, obviously, is the dual blade. But not only that, is down here, this pops off and it takes AA batteries. Now, I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. I'd prefer the battery to be built into it, where I can just plug it in like the dual blades, the FX02, I think they're called. But anyways, I've actually used these two for a day, and I don't want to give you my full thoughts on them because that's, again, not a sufficient time to tell you what I think. But I think these things, I mean, I could get into hard areas like around the neckline, and even like kids when they want an edge up. I have a big issue putting a razor on a young child. And a lot of parents want a young child to have a cool hip haircut, and which that includes to box their edge out, which is fine, I get it. But you can't get a super crispy lineup without a razor. And me personally, don't like putting razor on kids. I feel like this will help with that, because instead of putting a razor on the kid, this thing's small enough where you can basically get all that little peach fuzz off the forehead without running the risk of nicking the kid or cutting him with a razor. But that being said, like I said, I use it around the neck. These things feel pretty powerful for only using AA batteries. I mean, I was really worried about that, but they cut good, man. You don't have to put pressure at all. You just let them glide and they'll cut. But only time will tell. So let's do a sound check on these. So they're a little quieter than the dual, but I mean, obviously they're not going to be as powerful. They're running AA batteries in a smaller casing, smaller motor. So here's the comparison to them. Yeah, it's pretty big. Let's do them side by side. Dual. Single. Dual. Single. I think they both sound really good. I think they both feel really good. First impressions in my hand. I love the weight to them. They just feel premium, and that's one of the biggest reasons I love the Wall Seniors over the Magic Clips. Is the Wall Senior, the cordless ones, feel premium, where the Magic Clips are full of plastic, and they're still awesome clippers, but they're just, the feeling is different. So I am curious to see if the weight has any influence on when you like bald somebody out, if the weight's gonna create a harsher line, or is it gonna help you kind of soften that line up more. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you're new to my channel at Total Barber, we do anything barbering, reviews like this, haircut tutorials, just basically we love anything barbering. So if that interests you, I ask that you consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and thank you again for tuning in.